Okay, kia ora koutou. My name is Paula Wine, and I am the principal at Woodstock Primary School in Hamilton. Now, I've been the principal here for 1 term, and as a new principal, what I've noticed is that we have a great staff and we have a real range of capabilities when it comes to digital fluency. We have some staff who are really confident, and we have a number of staff who I would describe as maybe adverse to using digital fluencies and not very confident. So what I would describe as emergent or possibly even phobic or pre-emergent. So we decided to engage with our preferred facilitator, which was in this case was Martin. And prior to engaging with Martin, I was a bit worried. I was worried that the staff maybe didn't see the need or want to engage with the PLD. And I was also worried about overloading our staff with PLD. However, we have been engaging and it has been amazing. After every workshop, we have got feedback from the staff, and the feedback has been 100% across the board that this PLD and increasing our capacity in the area of digital fluency is going to directly influence the learning and the learning outcomes for our tamariki. So that has been really encouraging for us as a staff. And the feedback is also giving us quite a bit of direction about specifically what each teacher needs to help their learners and improve outcomes. So the feedback has been really helpful. And we're just really excited about the positive response that we've had from all areas of the school, including the teaching staff and the learning support. So we're excited, and we need this PLD.
Hi, I'm Claire Blomfield. I've worked at Woodstock School for quite a few years, and one of my numerous jobs there is to engage with staff to run PLD at a school level, and also with digital fluency. I'm super excited about this chance to work with Martin because I can't do it all by myself. I need Martin to help me help our staff because I can see some real possibilities and some real chances around accelerating the outcomes quite rapidly for our learners if we use Martin. We want to progress our students and see them accelerate rapidly if we can address the gaps and the practice and the understanding so that we can give our teachers more time through the tips that we get from Martin to engage with our learners in the one-on-one directly at the learning level. We really want to explore how we can use digital tools to raise achievement levels for our at-risk learners at school, to scaffold, to differentiate all the different types of tasks, including digital tasks for our learners at Woodstock School. So I'm super excited about the chance to work with Martin further.
My name is Caitlin Wheeler, and I teach in the year 3 class, and I'm also a leader of learning for one of our syndicates, which is like another name for a syndicate leader. And I've been at Woodstock for about 8 years now. So I'm really excited about this funding that we're applying for. From a teacher and leaders perspective, currently we are in the midst of online learning and Zoom sessions with our class due to COVID, due to being in level 3. It has presented a lot of challenges for our teachers as we've been having to upskill ourselves in the online apps and the online platforms, while at the same time also engaging our children in the online learning and on Zoom. And it's been a big learning curve for us as teachers. So yeah, definitely having some funding in order to progress our skills in the area, especially at this current time. Also being a teacher in the junior school, We feel as teachers that our ICT knowledge is probably quite minimal. We don't use a lot of ICT with our students currently at the moment, and we don't actually know how to use, have the skills in order to teach our students the IT skills and knowledge that they need. We know that society at the moment is technology needs driven, and that a lot of our students, or many of our students, will be getting jobs in the future that will require them to use technology. And so we feel the importance as teachers of upskilling ourselves, so then we can then pass this learning on to our students. Overall, yeah, like I said, excited about this funding and working with Martin, our facilitator, as we know that if teachers are upskilled and we're confident in what we're doing, then we can then provide better teaching and learning programs for our tamariki in a collaborative and effective way.
Kia ora, I'm Dave McHugh. I'm a year 5-6 teacher, and I'm just finishing my second year of teaching at Woodstock. The main thing about it is dealing with Martin for that little taster he gave us in a PLD. I'm super keen to get some more experience and some more success in developing better ways to scaffold, differentiate the learning, and give feedback to our students. Because at the moment, within my classroom of 31 children, I have pretty much one-to-one devices, and I feel like that we could be doing a lot better job with them, particularly with the workload that they're having to do, and be able to get their work in and not constantly having to chase up or see what they're on. And I feel like we can just do it a lot better from that little taster that Martin gave us. Although I would like to say that I'm relatively digitally fluent, I definitely feel that working with a certain facilitator, being Martin, can extend my knowledge further, and I can include that in my practice, which is all about raising the fluency of it to a higher level and more consistent level across staff. And I feel like it can also help with the other staff to with that. And I'm also really interested in being able to develop ways that teachers can use their strengths to help with the children's learning. And I feel that we can work collaboratively together to be able to do that. So when a teacher's got a strength, they can work with another teacher. And from what I've had the little taster from Martin, is that using it on a digital platform is a much easier way to get it. So both the students are going to benefit in their learning.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Tracy tōku ingoa. I am the new entrant teacher here at Woodstock PLD, and I'm also a leader of learning of the junior school. So recently I just engaged in some PLD with Martin along with my syndicate, which we found to be incredibly helpful in terms of boosting teacher confidence and capacity in the space, which we know is such an integral aspect of everyday school life here. Everything from the administrative level through to our collaborative planning, our data analysis, our inquiry process, our professional growth cycle, even our homeschool partnership is all really dependent on this. And I think the opportunity for this to engage in this PLD would give us as teachers a greater understanding of the digital pathways that are already there that we are not completely fluent or understand yet, but connecting all of those areas in a way that will inform teachers for their future programming and planning, ultimately to target lifting student achievement. Something else I am pretty excited about with regards to this PLD is we're also on a journey here at Woodstock PLD to continuing to develop our local curriculum in terms of connecting our tamariki with the local stories, narratives of our area, and of course the language. And I think that this PLD would just greatly support this journey that we're on working alongside iwi in our community, gathering and sharing knowledge and artifacts, which I think will help to position us to better support our students with engagement levels, ultimately to lift achievement. So yeah, ka pai, kia ora koutou.
Yeah, so I'll just, I guess, tautoko what was said earlier, and with all of our staff, is that we, as I'm listening to everyone, we desperately need these hours. And I guess what you've heard is that when you have a kura where some people are using Microsoft Word and other people are fluent with digital, Google Apps for Education and digital tools, when there is such a range, it does make, it just lacks coherence, and it lacks shared practice. So when we are all on the same page and we're all moving towards our co-constructing our localized curriculum and our collaborative practice, then we can realize our vision and our strategic goals. And so some of the things that people have mentioned that are really important to us is actually looking at our achievement data, and by working together and using these digital tools, that we can actually accelerate learning, we can differentiate, we can grow student agency and learner agency, we can use each other's strengths to benefit our tamariki. Yes, so I think Dave mentioned scaffolding and giving feedback, super important. We know that the effect size of feedback is one of the most important things that we can do for our learners. So we believe that this is the way to go to make a difference for our student outcomes, and we hope very much that we can get this funding. Thank you so much for listening. Ka kite.